Hey everyone, it's Marty from Weightlifting Warmup here again with another video. This time it's a little bit different. Thought I'd actually show you a bit of what I do when I warm up and some of the stretching I do after I finish training. Okay, to start with, you can see the Mobility Wad Voodoo for Loss Band coming out. So basically it's a stretchy bit of rubber, a couple of inches wide, I think 2 or 3 inches wide. Sort of wrap it around nice and tight on the area you want. It's generally where you've got a bit of muscle, muscle fibers are bound up. So you can see I got to the bottom of my quad. This is to help relieve some of the abductor groin pain that I get. So once it's on, you move around, get the muscles moving on, sort of trying to free everything up. Sort of squat, swing around a bit. Seems to work all right too. This is a technique you can use on a lot of different areas. Like I said, a word of warning though, don't leave it on for more than a couple of minutes because it will cut off blood supply. If you feel any tingling, any numbness, take it off straight away. You can see I've just got it over my weightlifting suit. Squatting, moving around. Like I said at the start, this is just a video just showing you what I do. This is pretty well my pre-warm-up routine. I'll add a few things in depending on what I'm doing on the day. Okay, you can see I've got the lacrosse ball out now. Yep, 2 hands for beginners. Just rubbing it on there. Helps to sort of massage, warm up the joint a bit, free up some of that bound tissue, get rid of some of those knots. Something you can do at home too. I sit at home with the lacrosse ball, doing the same thing. I also put it on the ground with my shoes off. I'll roll my feet over it. Sort of helps relieve any pressure, any pain that's come through the feet. So yeah, get in there, dig in nice and deep, and slap it on the wrist wraps. Those of you who've been following my videos, you know I've actually done a little segment on how to use these guys and why I find them so great, and stuck with them now for quite a while. Really happy with them. So there's the link for the video, so click on that and check it out as well. Now this is one stretch that I always do, the one static stretch that I'll always do, I should say. A lot of the stuff I do is sort of more dynamic, which is what I feel you should be doing. You can do some static stretching, slip a little bit in, but I find I try not to do too much, try to make it more dynamic. But there, this one here, I'll hold this for say maybe 4 or 5 minutes, sort of moving around. I've grabbed a PVC tube right now, just to start stretching out the upper half. And as you can see, not bad mobility. And yes, I am blessed with the ability to do squat jerk. Now, just using the PVC pipe just to get a bit of leverage, sort of keep the back straight. And then I'm pushing my knees out, just to stretch through the hips there, stretch to the inside through the adductors. Doing some pass-throughs now, sorry. Sort of starting to warm the shoulders up. I'll do, say, about 10 of these. And then, yeah, move on to, I think these are called shoulder dislocations. So about 10 each side, just sort of swinging around. Like I said, this is a dynamic warm-up. Getting the blood flowing, getting the joints all warmed up so you don't tear anything up. Using the PVC pipe now for some good mornings. Look at the bend on that thing. Remember, if the bar ain't bending, then you're just pretending. So same thing, about 10 again. Just sort of warming up the trunk now. I'll also do this with the bar as well before I start lifting. And just some twists. So yeah, once again about 10 each side. Get everything warmed up, get the mobility going. There we go, a few more twists. Okay, now got the PVC pipe behind my head. My first exercise of the session is actually clean and jerks. So I'm sort of doing some more, so just trying to open up that rack position. So I've got the PVC tube behind my head, just sort of pushing the elbows up. Now I'm about to show off my ninja skills with the staff. Okay, once again, just sort of stretching. This is one of those static stretches I'll do just to help with the rack position. Always at the start of the training session, it's pretty horrible. Now grab the bar, back to stretching out, opening up the chest, Okay, yep, bar behind the neck. Just sort of let it rest there. Now up on the chest, stretching out each side. Sort of stretching out the wrists at the same time. Yep, just throwing in some presses, push press, press. And yeah, this is something I'll do at the start of every time I've got to do the clean and jerk. I'll go through this little routine as well. When I'm doing snatches, change it up again. It's sort of more, you do some overhead squats, you do some presses from the bottom of the squat as well. Okay, so that just shows you what I've done with my warm-ups. A little bit more stretching out there, getting ready for the session. Now on to post-training stretching. This is just a basic set of stretches that I do. There are other ones and you can do a lot more, but this is the minimum I do. Stretching out the hips. Like I said, I have the hip abductor issues have cropped up again a little bit. So this is one I always make sure I do. So yeah, just sort of swap sides. There's Coach Linze dropping in to say hello. Love your work, mate. Okay, swapping sides, pushing it out. Now you can, as you're doing this, sort of twist the body, get a bit more leverage, find those little tight corners. Do this for a couple of minutes each side. Now just sort of stretching out the calves, a little bit of the calves, the hamstrings. Like I said, very, very basic set of what I do here. And it's just to give you an idea, things that, you might find something here that's useful for you. Okay, and just sort of a little bit of a stretch there on the inside of the thighs. Saying hello boys. This is the move I like to call hello boys. Stretching out the glutes. This big boy's got big glutes, so they need a lot of stretching. Okay, same, you do both sides, do it for a couple of minutes. And just sort of working on the hips now. And like I said, there are variations of this, but yeah, just keeping it basic. But anyway, hopefully you found this video helpful, interesting. If there's anything you do that's a little bit different, let us know in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And once again, this is Marty from Weightlifting Warmup saying have a great week and lift big. Catch us all later. Bar, the tie sand with the rust on it. Gives it a bit of character. Love the spin on it. Needle bearing this one?
Yeah.